start with wishing all of you for Swami's 96th birthday. उनकी बर्थडे की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं आप सबको. Before I start talking about my own journey and about the one and only love of my life, my Gurudev, I would love to thank from the bottom of my being Swami Satya Sai Baba, Siddhi Sai Baba, for giving me this forum, this platform to speak about my Guru Baba. The topic I always give when I share my experiences, the eternal love saga between me and my Guru Baba. I would like to dedicate today's episode to my Gurudev because it's his hand that I held since childhood, or rather, he held my hand since childhood and pushed me into so many different places, into, the healing art, into uh, respecting and accepting each and every single saint that has ever worked on earth. He unchained me from the boundaries of my own mind because I was absolutely and completely only and only, his follower, and he made it sure that I bow to every saint and sages of all religion. And I had many beautiful experiences. One among is with Siddhi Sai Baba also. But today, let me talk about the person who held my hand and led me in my life. Shri Shri 108 Swami Birajananda Bharati Kappa Manaha Thakur. He was born on the 6th day of the month of Shravan in Bengali calendar, year of 1306, at Sonatholi in Purulia district, West Bengal. He was born in a highly religious Vaishnav family in the lineage of Sri Sri Ram Das Thakur. And he was born in the 8th month of his mother's pregnancy and was born with closed eyes. His eyes opened only after 21 days of his birth. And from childhood, he was very different. Once, while playing the role of Krishna, he went into Bhav Samadhi. In order to deviate him from his religious madness, his father got him married to Sri Sri Devi Devi, the daughter of Sri Biharilal Das of Srirampur in the Bengali year of 1323. In the year 1323, Kappa Baba met Sri Sri Jadavananda Swami of Kashipur Thana district, Purulia, near village Bhatin, who was a Brahma Jnani and a Siddha Purusha. And Kappa Baba was initiated by him through his dream. With the help of his Diksha Guru, he came in contact with Sri Sri Sadananda Dasi Swami, known as Sri Sri Bura Baba, of village Burudi of present-day Purulia. At the age of 27 years, he took sannyas from Bura Baba and his own journey started. He was immersed in tapasya. He did Raj Yoga sadhana in Siddheshwar temple in Kosh, Judy for 15 days and attained the Lord's grace there. After that, he did his Tantra Sadhana in Shiv temple of Shujada and attained his divine grace of the Lord there also. And with the advice of his Guruji, Bura Baba, he did his sadhana in Navadvip also for 6 years and was graced by the Lord there. He wrote number of baul songs as we say in Bengali, songs which were related to the working of the human body. He became known as Baul Sadhak. And he wrote many other songs too, like Jhumur, Jhumri, Shyama Sangeet, Padakirtan, Geet, etc. And he started or concluded the composition in different names like Sadananda, Purnananda, Din Manohar, Din Kappa, Din Gauri Kappa, Ghoshchai, Kappa Manohar, Manohar Kappa Baul, Shri Shri Kappa Manohar Thakur completed his corporal life of 99 years and left for his heavenly abode. Took Mahash Samadhi on Saturday, 8th June 1996 at 5:50 p.m. My journey with my Gurudev started with when I was very young, probably 5, 6 years old. The household that I was born in, the favorite pastime of my household, my parents, my grandparents, my Bade Papa, my Mamaji, Mamiji, the favorite pastime would be sitting together and, talking about his Leelas. When we would sit and listen to his Leelas, our age would just dissolve. It would seem like um, small children listening in awe to the creator or the God existence. It would not be like someone would be a grandmother or a father or mother. We would all sit together as if we were of the same age, completely in awe of what we were listening. So that is how I grew up, always listening to his Leelas. One day, finally, the day came when I would get to meet my Gurudev, Kappa Baba. So we were traveling from Coimbatore. My father was posted at Coimbatore at that time. We were traveling from Coimbatore to Purulia, West Bengal. And the entire journey, my mom, she kept on teasing me by telling me, Kappa Baba would always have a stick in his hand. So she kept on telling me that you're so naughty. The moment you go to the ashram and touch his feet, he's going to give you one whack from his stick. So the entire journey was, very fearsome for me because I grew up, I didn't have to seek God out. I was blessed that we always had God's presence in our family. So for a small child of 5, 6 years old, it was like going to visit God for the first time. So the fear was immense. Upar se mom was telling me that the moment you touch his feet, he's going to, give you one whack because you're so naughty. So the entire journey went like that. We got down in the station of Purulia and we entered the ashram, and I could still remember that beautiful moment of my life. It was dusk, the last rays of the sun. The sky was all orange. It had a beautiful atmosphere. And there he was sitting on the chair outside the ashram. And that was the first time I saw him. And I went and with my parents and touched his feet. And I felt, Abhi, the chadi will come and hit me. He's going to hit me. He was sitting there with the chadi in his hand. And I looked at his face and he told, not now. Go and do pranam to Shrima. Then when you come back, I'll hit you. And I was like stunned. I was like, oh my God, how did he know that this is what I was thinking? And I ran from there. And His Grace, that journey, I got initiated by him. And I spent a couple of days in the ashram, which I still remember, though I was only 5, 6 years old, but they completely stuck in my memory. And I remember my Gurudev as somebody absolutely silent. That was my memory. I hardly heard him speaking. I'd sit in the same room with him and there would be only silence. And I was small, so I would think that he's going to do some magic. But he did his magic in a different way. He did his magic in silence. And I remember asking him that was the only question I ever asked him. So even now, when I sit and think about my days when I went to him as an adolescent, as a teenager, I don't remember any conversation between us. I'll only sit in a corner of his room quietly, even when I was a small child and as I grew up, as a teenager also. I'll only sit in silence. He would sit in silence. I would sit in silence. That's it. That's how the journey started. And then obviously, I got married and the worldly life started. So there were many years, I didn't have, we were not in touch with him, as my father used to be posted in the most interior places of India since he was a mining engineer. So the mines are in the most interior places. So I've grown up in jungles basically. And then again, I uh, reconnected with him after I had finished my college and I was getting married. So my parents had, gone to take his permission. And my only and only tension at that moment in my mind was that what if the person I get married to doesn't allow me to uh, worship him, to believe him, to come to him? What will I do then? That was my only tension. But Baba gave the permission and we got married. And it so happened that after marriage, they give a Jora Dikha. That means the husband and wife will together take Diksha again. That was an event because we were all very, very nervous. What if he says no, he's not going to give Diksha? And we had gone to him. He had come to Kolkatta and we had gone to him. The entire journey, we were all quiet. We didn't know what is going to happen. And We reached the place where he was put up. Before us, there was already a husband-wife couple waiting for the diksha to happen, for the initiation to happen. And he made them wait for so long. And finally, they left without getting initiated. And that made me, my husband, my parents more nervous. So after the couple left, that is how the guru tests always. How much faith do you have? How much can you find for my love? That is how the guru tests. So my father went and asked him that this is my daughter and son-in-law. Please, Baba, can you give them, initiate them? And Kappa Baba gave a broad smile and he said yes. And he initiated me and my husband. So life was moving on as, you know, with every passing day, there was so much happening in life where every moment, every single moment I have felt his presence. Whether life was peaceful or full of storm, he was there holding my hand. In the meantime, it so happened I was coming across a lot of Shirdi Sai Baba devotees. And, you know, every second devotee would tell me that, uh, why don't you, do this ritual or that ritual, Baba will bless you, you know. Why don't you go to Shirdi? Baba will bless you. And I was like, I'm initiated, no? I'm initiated in a certain path. Let me just follow. And I was stubborn in that, I was immature not to understand that it is the same flame with numerous sparks that comes out and goes back, but the flame is one. There is no two. And he made me understand that. He made me understand that very well. And as I started opening up, I was blessed more and more. One day, I happened to, and within all this period of time, my Reiki practice also was going on, wherein I was, busy practicing for many hours, like 4 hours, 5 hours a day in meditation, getting deeper and deeper into the practice. And it's a beautiful healing energy, a beautiful alternate form of healing, which again, when I got initiated, I did not know that Reiki comes from Shirdi Sai Baba. That is what is told in the Reiki community, that it is the Divine Mother, Mother Sai, who gives Reiki, who is Reiki, which I happened to later on experience and realize, wherein my Gurudev made me realize what it is and how blessed we are to have Reiki among us. And my journey was going on with my practices. One night, I had a very beautiful experience of seeing Shirdi Sai Baba in my dream, where he initiated me and said that this is holy flame and it's a beautiful art of healing which I must practice and I must teach whoever would love to learn. And I believe that to come there, to reach there, it was my Baba Thakur, it was the divine Reiki that led to receiving the grace of Babaji, Sai, Sheddi Sai. One day after practicing the healing art that Sai Baba gave me and Reiki and my Baba Thakur's uh, what he had given me, I was sitting quietly with my eyes closed and I kind of dozed off and happened to have a vision of my Thakur Kappa Baba who said that you would get initiated into Kriya Yoga of Maha Babaji from Aurobindo Ashram. And then I suddenly woke up with a start. And I was like, what are you doing, Thakur? Why don't you let me be in peace? Why do I have to practice so many things? You know, I don't like, I just want to be there with you. I just want to hold your hand. Why are you, making me, practicing so many things? Why are you now wanting me to do the Kriya Yoga of Maha Babaji also? I was grumbling a bit, that why I want to lead a normal life. Why don't you allow me to lead a normal life? And I used to talk to Shiddi Sai Baba also. What is this Baba? I mean, आप लोग बाबा लोग सब एक जगह होके why are you planning and plotting in making things difficult for me? This is so difficult for me to follow. Giving up everything and following something, giving up the daily mundane things, the little things which makes you happy, and you just have to sit and meditate and follow and do the healing work. And but then slowly and slowly it was like, you know the Guru Babas were like strict discipline, would put me into discipline. No, this is something you have to do. And I was in Delhi at that time, and I thought that how am I going to learn Kriya Yoga in Delhi? Maybe I'll have to travel and go somewhere and learn it. Very surprisingly, one of the days I was, you know, surfing the net, and I happened to read that Kriya Ban is happening on so and so date in our Aurobindo Ashram, Delhi. And I took the opportunity to go there and get initiated. All of it happened with the blessings of Shirdi Sai Baba, Kappa Baba. Here, I would love to share very past one more experience of mine. Uh, Stopping, I don't want to talk much about me now. I think I'm deviating from the topic. I want to talk about the gurus. Um, uh, it is a very important experience because it happens to be regarding my father, who expired this early this year. So we were in Wadi, Gulbarga at that point of time, and that's in Karnataka. And my father was posted there. And one day, when he had gone to his office, he met with a big accident, a very big accident. So he was hospitalized, and people from the office came and told my mother and me that you all have to come to the hospital immediately. We rushed immediately, and dad had very bad, he had hurt himself very badly in his head, and the doctor said we have to keep him for 4 days to observe him because he was also not able to recognize us. He had just, कुछ देर के लिए he had gained his consciousness, but he could not recognize either me or my mom. So that was the time in the year 1986-87. We did not have cell phone. We did not have pager. We did not have phone with STD. So there was no way that we could inform his family, that is my grandmother and his brother, who were living in Bihar, Bhagalpur. Anyways, here we were, constantly praying to Baba Thakur for my father. And incidentally, the night when he was hospitalized, where he did not have consciousness, on the third night, my grandmother, who was in Bhagalpur, she dreamt of Kappa Baba. In a dream, she saw Kappa Baba was doing an arti prayer. So she asked him, "What are you doing, Baba?" And he said that my father's name was Sambhu Kumar Pal. So he said, "I'm praying for Sambhu." Shonde Dichi Shombujjana means I'm praying for Sambhu. I'm doing Sandhya Arti in his name. And the night that my grandmother saw that dream, that next morning, my father regained his consciousness and he became absolutely fine. In a couple of days, he was discharged from the hospital and he came home. We never got to know what my grandmother saw. We got to know about it after quite a long time when the exchanges of letters happened. And that is how the Guru always is there as a protective shield, no matter what happens in your life. The shield is always there. And I'm so grateful that I have been blessed to have Kappa Baba as my Baba Thakur and to always have the presence of Shridhi Sai Baba. And I'm so blessed that Swami Satya Sai Baba has also played a very important part, a very important role in my life. Today must be one of the best moments of my life. where he has given me this forum, not to talk about myself, but where I could, share the journey with me and my Baba Thakur, Kappa Baba. The journey with me and Siddhi Sai, and the journey also with Satya Sai. I'm sure I wouldn't have ever been able to share my heart out anywhere hadn't it been him. I'm so grateful for that. And there are so many more Leelas which I would love to share, and definitely I'll share if I'm given opportunity. I would like to conclude by again thanking Baba and Mother, Divine Son, Mother's Son, because for grace, for love, it is possible. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Jai Guru.